Good morning, good morning. Hi. Good morning. How's it going today? Hope you're having a good day so far. So, I have a few hours this morning, so we're gonna continue to work on that thing a little bit. So, this is where we stopped yesterday. Yeah, it's just spawning a bunch of cubes. Yep. That's pretty much it. I tried that on my phone. It's actually not too bad, but still the FPS is pretty damn low. It gets like to 20 FPS, but anyway, it's not representative of the actual game, so it doesn't mean anything. But still, the first thing I might want to do is like add the FPS counter in the middle, just so we know what happens. And then, I don't know, we'll see from there. Probably gonna remove all these falling cubes too and replace them by a real spawner thingy. We'll see. Oh, my music just stopped, and my Unreal too. Can you please? Oh, okay. We're just gonna go first in the editor preferences. We're just gonna make it stop using less CPU in the background because I want it to use all the CPU if it wants to. I don't actually need my CPU for anything else. So, okay. I have some music back. So I guess that can be good. So let's go with a simple FPS counter at the top for now, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So, I think I'm just gonna add a text in there. Text FPS. I'm gonna center it, add a bit of padding, put it in variable, go in the graph here. Just gonna move all that through. Get the text, set the text. Actually, I'm just going to copy paste that thing. It's faster this way. This, and this. And then I'm gonna do that just to add the FPS here. Here you go. Okay. And now let's say we're just gonna set the color too, just so it's faster to see. So select here. Actually, we're gonna split the color. Just want the color. We're just gonna select the color. If this result is greater or equal than 60, we're probably gonna put it green. Make it kind of green here. And then if it's otherwise, if it's greater than 30, we're probably gonna put it like yellowish. And if it's lower than 30, it's clearly red, because we don't want that. If we can have 60 FPS, it will be awesome. I'm not expecting to have that at all time, but that will be the objective. But I don't know how it's gonna react. Yeah. No, it's not a subtraction I want, it's a division. Thank you. So, doop, doop, doop. Here we go, should be better. Okay, we're just gonna check how it looks. Okay, we have 20 FPS, that's a good start. If my computer is not able to run that, my phone is not gonna be able to either. Wow, that's pretty bad. But it's because I'm trying to open another Unreal right now, and it's compiling everything, I guess. So my task manager should be exploding right now. Yeah. Yeah. I just have Unreal and it's yeah, the other Unreal is taking everything. So that doesn't count, but at least we know that the color changing works. Actually, it's always red, so it's good. Let's see if I go somewhere that we don't see anything. Yeah, it's still red, so yeah. Yep. That's not great. I saw 40 something and it was yellow, so that's good. Okay. No. So now we have an FPS counter at the top. I can probably just see how it looks on my phone real quick. Okay, it's running. Let's see how it looks. Oh, that's actually not bad. I'm starting at like 50 FPS and then it's going down with all the cubes. I get at like 30 something. That's actually not too bad. It's like 50-ish. Yeah, so that's good. That's not bad. That is not bad. Okay. Better than I thought. So that's good. Okay. So I don't know if the looks like the stream is lagging a lot. Damn. Yeah, that's maybe not good. Maybe I can just stop that thing. I don't need it anyway. I'm just gonna kill it. Please give me back my CPU, Unreal. Come on. Unreal, can you please? So which one is using all the CPU now? I think I could just close everything to make sure. Okay, and I still have the other Unreal running, so goodbye Unreal. And then the shader compile workers should be gone soon. Go. Goodbye. Okay, now I'm back with normal CPU. Good. Okay, so now it should be better. Should be all better now. Here we go. So now I'm running at 80 FPS-ish with all these cubes. That's all right. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of a border around the text at the top, just so it's easier to see. Where's that thing? Here. Outline. Sure. Let's go with that. Seems good. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. We could update it a little bit less often, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna work like that. Let's see if we do something like this. Yeah, I guess it's better. It's more readable, I guess. Point one. Let's go with that. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Okay. That was more trouble than expected. Okay. Good. Okay, let's go back to the real world now. Gonna start by just stopping the spawn, because the spawn is not good. Spawn manager, nope, not the spawn manager, the resource manager, which is here. Resource manager here, we can just move that code here. I might use it in the future, but for now, I don't need it. Okay, good. So, okay, now. We have the resources, we have the manager around them, and we just need to associate one resource to the actor that's gonna be in the scene that is gonna generate the resources. So, okay. First, we have our trees. We want them to spawn some wood, and we have our maybe that's not how I'm gonna do that. I don't actually know. I guess I'm gonna start by something else. Because the initial resource in my game is gonna be the cubes. And they are gonna be spawned by a non-buildable object. It's gonna be like the actor that's always gonna be there, that you're gonna click on it to generate those resources. So maybe a little bit like the spawn grid actually, because it's there, but we can't destroy it. So it's not gonna be a buildable actor, it's only gonna be a world actor. So we can probably create a child of that. BP cube spawner. This one's gonna be a little different, I guess, than the other ones. So I'm gonna move it here. We have the cube spawner. I guess I'm just gonna put a cube in there. A cube that spawns cubes. I guess it makes sense. Gonna make it a little bit above the ground. Not a big deal. And then when we tap on this thing, we're not gonna need a tick or the overlap. We can implement that thing. Call the parent. We're gonna need the resource manager. Which is not existing yet. Just gonna go add it in the blueprint function library. Get resource manager. Resource manager, return that instead of the one. Okay. So we can now access it. Get resource manager. I'm gonna put into a variable BP resource manager here. Here we go. So now when we tap on this, we want to spawn resource. The value for now is just going to be 1. The resource is going to be cube. And we have to determine the location. If we spawn everything in the same place, it's going to just explode because of the physics. So maybe what we want to do is maybe add a spline above it and generate like a random position, maybe. Maybe we don't need a spline. We can just randomize it. What we can do is actually, I think I might just go get what I had in my other project and use it here. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put that in content, I guess, for now. Show an explorer. Here you go, and then I'm gonna go get that thing. Blueprint. I think that was it. We'll see if it works. Not gonna work. It's gonna crash. Oh, didn't crash. Okay, that's good. So if we tap, we spawn it, and I don't have access to these functions. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so we can't really do that. But maybe I can migrate it. Oh no, I cannot really migrate it. I think that if I use that full folder, Blueprints. If I put this here, maybe that's gonna work. Nope, it's not gonna work. Okay, so instead of doing that, I'm just gonna try to copy the whole thing. Copying the old project into this project, maybe. Nothing seems to load. Some things seems to load, but not everything. That's odd. Maybe I have to close Unreal and reopen it. We'll see, we'll see. Will be so much easier if I was able to open a project, but I'm not. Is it valid now? Oh, it seems valid. Here you go. Okay. So, what I was doing. This doesn't matter. We get a location on the spline, we spawn it, and then I add the spline above the cube right here. So then what I was able to do is use a radial force like so, and it was pushing everything around. But I think that should be fine actually, even if I don't use a spline here. I don't think I need a spline. Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy that radial force here and put it in my new cube. And then I'm gonna delete all that crap because it's not necessary. Cube spawner, boom, radial force. Here you go. Okay. So now we just need a position from where to spawn the things, the cubes. So what I'm gonna do is maybe add an arrow just to know where it is in the scene, something like that. So we might want to spawn them a little bit lower, like so, maybe. And then, so we're just gonna get the old location of that arrow. We're gonna add a vector. The Z value is gonna be the same, but we're gonna get a random float in range between 0 and, I don't know. Actually, it's, let's say, -20 to 20 for both. This is gonna be the world location. And then what we want to do is fire impulse to enable the physics object, but to make it move quicker. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, you can do it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put that in the scene, random place. So it's a little bit here. I don't care about these. Okay, now if I click on that thing, it doesn't seem to work. Okay, the collision just doesn't work, so that's good. It goes through. That's good to know. So I'm just gonna go in there. I'm gonna make it a no collision by default. Then I'm gonna put it to custom. The collisions are gonna be both physics and query. And then I'm gonna block the wall actor trace, which should be okay. That seems better. Okay, So now it spawns some cubes directly on top of it, and then they explode a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna just remove the spawning time here. I'm just gonna make it like a length of like 0.1 for now. So it's just gonna be fast because I want to see them spawn. Okay, so this is what happens. And then when there's enough, they just explode. Okay. Okay, I think that their radial force doesn't actually work for some reason. I'm just gonna add like a small delay here to see if it helps. That doesn't seem to help, or either that or the radial force is really weak. Okay, that's a little bit weird. Is the radial force overlapping the thing? It should. Maybe it's a little bit too big though. So maybe if I do something like that instead. Something like that. I also think that these values are not big enough. So minus 50, 50, minus 50, 50. So it's gonna have a little bit more time. Okay. So there's a bit more space, so that's good. Maybe too much space now. But it's fine. We'll see. Okay, the radial force seems to work now, but it's a little bit big. Seems too intense. And it reacts weirdly. Like super weirdly. Okay. Maybe we can put them a little bit higher from the cube. Maybe a little bit closer to each other. So 40, 40, 40, 40. And then probably remove the delay here to see if it still works. Doesn't seem to work. Okay, now it seems to work. It's weird that I have to click a bunch of time before it works. That's so weird. Okay. So maybe the weight of the objects are not good enough. Yep. Okay. What if? Fire impulse, that was working before. Okay. If I use these, I want to see how heavy they were. So they had a box collision, which is basic. They were 10 kilograms. Not simulating the physics by default. And ignore radial force. Okay, that's interesting. So we can do that. The mass in kilograms, I guess I can put it 10 here and ignore the radial force. Let's see if it helps. This doesn't seem to help that much, and now it's just weird. Yeah, it's so weird. Because if I go here and I use this cube instead, how does it look? It doesn't work anymore. We can probably just try it here. Something like that, every 0.25 seconds or something. That just doesn't seem to work anymore, weirdly. Yeah, I guess that some stuff are not compiling. Okay. Maybe if I do that. Nope, it doesn't seem to work. Why? The mass is overridden anyway. So the mass doesn't actually matter here. So I can remove that. That's so weird. This is gonna be a physics object though. Not sure it's gonna change much. Okay. Looks like the force doesn't work the way I'd like it to. So maybe what we can do is... Oh, that's weird. Maybe that's not helping though. Huh. Okay, I guess we should remove all that stuff now. Will it crash or not? Didn't crash, but didn't really do much. Can you delete, please? Thank you. Delete. Okay. Just gonna delete it in the Explorer. There you go. Okay. So the radial force doesn't work. Okay. We can probably... Huh. It's super weird, like... It just works sometimes. So what if I just change it runtime? Can I do that? So if I do this, I can put it bigger maybe. Okay, sometimes it does something. That's so weird. It doesn't always work. Why is it not always working? Okay, so maybe we can, instead of having that radial force thingy here, we can just cancel that. We can probably just add the impulse on the object. So let's see. Get the resource, select our location, spawn it. Spawn does that, this. Okay. The physics is not enabled by default. Maybe that's why. Huh. Maybe that's just it. Why is it not enabled by default? Hmm. How can we enable the physics by default? Spawn resource. Get the resource. Set the location. Spawn. Spawn set the color. Blah blah blah. And then assimilate the physics a little bit later. Maybe we want to add an initial impulse here. That's weird though. I don't like that delay here. It should not break anything. The physics should be enabled right on start and it should work. Okay, so why is it not working then? So if we don't have physics, we don't have the delay, where are the cubes? Where are they? They are nowhere. Where are they? This is the spawn point. But where's the mesh? The mesh itself is nowhere. Okay, so what if instead of the simulate physics, we disable the collisions first? Set enable collision. By default, it's gonna be no collision. And then we want to simulate the physics. So let's see if we can have something. Okay, we have them. But no collision makes also that the physics don't work, I guess. That's interesting. Okay. How can I actually don't know. Because it's exploding at the beginning. When the object is spawned, if I enable the physics, the object just disappear for some reason. Sorry. Okay. Oh, maybe is it it's just because it's not, it's hidden, no? Factor then in game it's false by default, so the first time the object spawns should be good. And also the opacity, I'm gonna put it to 1. And I'm gonna remove this. Where is it? Debug sphere, get location. From the static mesh, I'm gonna spawn a sphere. For 10 seconds, thickness, whatever, I don't care. Okay, so this is where it is on the first, before enabling the physics. Now, after enabling the physics, where is it? They are at the same place. Okay. What if we had a little delay here? So after enabling the physics, 0.2 seconds where it is. Okay. So now it's somewhere, all the way over there. Why? Why is it doing that? So weird. Is it because of the collision? Is it this collision that is weird? I don't think so. It's so weird. They are spawned right in the air. Even though I spawned them. So now the objects are spawned, positioned correctly, but as soon as I enable the physics, it breaks. Is it because, oh, maybe it's because they are keeping the same velocity. Oh, that could be a reason. Set velocity. Set all physics. Velocity. So before enabling the physics, we're just gonna cancel the velocity to see if it helps. Doesn't seem to help. But I can just teleport them maybe. Here it's gonna help if I do that. Oh, that seems better. Yes, finally have something. Good. Okay, now we're talking. Okay. So, remove that. Probably don't need to cancel the velocity, but maybe we do. No, it seems fine. Good. So now the physics can be enabled at the beginning, first frame, physics enable, perfect. Okay, good. We can now make some progress. Okay, finally, good. So now if we click on that, they spawn the cubes, perfect. Okay, now it breaks, but it's fine. Okay. Then we're gonna add our radial force here. The impulse strength, I don't know, 5,000 maybe. Okay, and then we can just fire the impulse right now. So this should work now. And it doesn't. Doesn't seem to work well. That's so weird. Maybe the radius is too small. Just gonna make it bigger. Doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Instead, when we're spawning them, we might want to return them also. And then in the cube, add force. And the force is gonna be, I don't know, the position of the cube. Get find get world location, find lookout, forward vector or something. This is gonna be the angle times 100 maybe. I don't know how it works. And then this is gonna be the get world location of this thing too. Sure, whatever. This doesn't seem to work. I don't know why it explodes though. We can probably remove this thing. Add the delay here maybe. That's a weird thing. That's weird. There's like, first it's like my camera is affecting them. That's so weird. What if I remove that and I don't do anything? Huh. That's so weird. What is happening? There's nothing there. There is something there. Oh, that's weird. What are these? You have a ton of collisions here. But they are not doing anything. This is a Fps Counter. We might want to enable the collisions here. Set collision enable here at the beginning. Just physics, and then when we destroy it, we want to remove the collisions. No collisions. Maybe that's gonna help. And by default, won't be any collisions. Okay. Why is it making a big box like that? And then... Okay, at least they are not exploding anymore. Okay, so these are all the collisions of the cubes. But they don't have any collisions set to them. Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's because they are going back to the position and they get the same scale and stuff. So, okay. That's normal. That's good. Okay. So now they are not exploding anymore. That's good. Oh. Okay, I should stop the simulation, the physics simulation before disabling the collision, which makes sense. So go for that. Okay, so now we have the cubes, but it's clearly not what I wanted to have. Okay. Now, why does that thing doesn't work though? The add force just doesn't work, and it's annoying me a lot. I don't know. The force is gonna be like 10,000 in the air. Nope, no force. Why? This is ignoring the radial force, but doesn't ignore anything else. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, so add force just doesn't work. What if I put back the radial thingy here? Radial force, boom, boom. Fire the impulse here. The impulse is gonna be strong as hell. And then the force is gonna be 0. I don't care about the force. This one's gonna ignore the force. Just wanna get affected by the impulse, and the impulse just doesn't work. Why though? Why? Okay. Let's see. What if we try it in the scene? So, I have that thing here. And I want to have a cube. Right there. This cube's gonna simulate physics. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Because this one is never firing? Or maybe it's because it's too weak. So what if I put it a little bit stronger? Still doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna move it a little bit. And then stronger. Doesn't do anything. It's not ignoring anything. Simulating the physics, it's a physics actor. Can add even more force, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay. And what if I just go in the level blueprint just to test it real quick? And the force here, and the delay, fire. I'm gonna get the force component and the fire an impulse. And we're gonna do the same every, let's say, 0.5 seconds. Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's useless. Huh. Okay. Why is it not working? Physics, vector, UE4, radial force not working. Object types to affect, okay. Physics body. This cube here is a physics actor. Oh, but it's a physics body, so it should work. Okay. Okay, so people say that I should put that one like super freaking high. Oh, that works now. Wow. Oh, damn. That's so weird. Okay, so the force should be like huge to have a result. Okay. Okay, so now we have our answer. It should work if you put it huge. So let's do that. Radial force here. Perfect. Don't want the impulse. We're gonna use the force instead. And we're gonna put it like huge. Huge. And then it's not enough. Doesn't seem to be enough for some reason. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Stop ignoring the radial force. Okay, this doesn't work. So we're just gonna go back in there, crank it up a little bit more. Still nothing. Crank it up way more. This doesn't do anything. What the hell? Oh, god damn it. It's getting super annoying though. No. Start with the cannonball. And auto activate. Radius, I don't care. I can probably do something like that. Maybe it's gonna help, but I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to do anything. Constant here. Doesn't seem to do anything. Actually, I'm just gonna save this position. But yeah. This doesn't do anything. It should affect the physics body. Which I do have physics body. And the resource, this is a physics body. By default, it doesn't have any collision, but the collision is enabled here. And then once it's enabled, it should work, I guess. It's not ignoring anything. The mass, let's say, can be 10 instead of whatever it was before. Doesn't do anything. It's so annoying. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, what if? Bring back what we had. So the radial force here. Somewhere on the ground, doesn't matter. Okay, gonna book it big, and the force strength is gonna be huge. Go with that. Then we're gonna take the resource. We're just gonna put them here. So I don't care. Right here. Boom. Play. That one doesn't do anything because it's not enabled by default. So we're just gonna, after begin play, we're just gonna do that. The value by default is gonna be 1, just so it doesn't break. Here we go. Did it work? I think it did. Not sure though, not sure. Nah, it didn't work. Maybe the value should be like 10 so we see it better. Doesn't seem to work. Okay, what if I duplicate that, put a bunch of them here, play. Okay, no, it doesn't work. But what if I add like a random cube beside it here? That cube is gonna be simulating a physics, same mass as the other one. It's gonna be physics actor and play. That one seemed to be affected. Yeah, this one is affected somehow. Why? What's the difference between this cube and that cube? So what if I just deactivate all that code, and then by default this is simulating the physics. Not working. Because there's no collision, so we're just gonna put the collision back to physics actor. Where is this? Physics actor. Then try again. This is affected, I guess. Not much. Just gotta crank this up, I guess. Okay, that's good. That's what I want. Okay. So if this is here instead, remove the simulate physics. That doesn't work. So it has to be enabled at the beginning to work. That's so stupid. Simulate the physics, that's it. That's the only thing that we change. And then that's it. So what I'm gonna do is just keep this part of the code. Play. Doesn't work. What the heck? Collision enabled maybe? No. What if we just do that instead? Doesn't work. It's really, if I check the checkbox, it works. But if I don't, it doesn't. Oh, why though? Why? Okay, that's so stupid. Oh, okay. I guess we got the fix though. Oh, damn. So, for the radial force to work, the actors must have enable physics by default. The checked, and then you can disable it on begin play and enable it whenever you want, and then it's gonna work. But if it starts disabled and then you just enable it, it doesn't. Oh, that's so annoying. Why, Unreal? Why are you doing that? So by default, if I disable everything, so no collision and physics disabled. That's what I want on begin play. But in the settings here, I'm gonna keep the simulate physics on and the collision as physics actor, and then I'm gonna just move them to custom and remove the, just gonna make it physics only, even though it doesn't matter, I guess. And then I can enable them here and it should work. Oops. Oh, I have to stop simulating the physics first. Stop simulating the physics, removing the collisions. And then we can go through the rest of the code. And that doesn't seem to work. Oh, I changed the mass, so maybe it works, but it's just that the mass is now huge. Doesn't seem to work. So this is to be collision. This has to be collision enabled. Yep. Okay. So it needs the query to work also. Okay. We learn stuff. We learn stuff. So this is a physics actor. That's it. Remove the collision. Enable the physics. Here you go. So by default, disable the collisions and the physics on begin, and then here you go. Okay. That's super annoying, but it's we're gonna have to do with it, I guess. Okay. And then, so then if we spawn stuff here, which doesn't work anymore, the opacity should be 0 here, and then blah, 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 blah. We're not spawning things anymore, maybe we are, I don't know. We are supposed to. We don't need the fire impulse, that doesn't mean anything. We are spawning things, but they are exploded, I guess. Okay. So let's see. I spawn a few of them. Once they are destroyed, I can spawn them again, maybe? No. Yeah. I don't know why they look hidden. I don't know why I don't see them. I should see everything I'm spawning. God damn. Gonna add a new sphere just to see. Yeah, we're really spawning them. But where are the cubes? when I disable the collision, I'm gonna have to reattach them. Okay, I'm just gonna make a function here. Disable collisions. Disable physics. So we're just gonna disable the physics here at the beginning. It should reattach it to the real position, and then should work maybe, which doesn't, and I'm getting really annoyed now. So stupid. It should not be hidden. The static mesh should be there, but it's not there. It's not simulating physics. The material seems... The opacity is set to 0. That's stupid annoying. Screw that. I want to see. Where are they? Okay, they are back. And now they are gone. Where are they? Where are my cubes? What the heck? I really don't see what's happening. Okay, so set it to the position, set the relative location, and then we're not gonna enable anything just yet. Okay, I'm just gonna save here. So we click, it spawns the object right there. Good. Then, oh, is it because my radial force is now way too huge? Yeah, I guess. 5000, let's go with that. Maybe if I enable the physics now, it's gonna be better. Okay, that's better. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. So the force is way too big. We want it to be a little bit smaller, just like... We just want a start impulse. That's gonna move the stuff around a little bit. Like that. That's a bit weird. What if I make it smaller and put it like somewhere like here, maybe? Like 50? And then, yeah, the cube are gonna fall and then they should be pushed. Oh, it's weird. Doesn't work the way I thought it would. Maybe if I put it like that. Doesn't really work. What if it's bigger though? They are just getting pushed down. So we have to put it like that. Okay, maybe it's a bit too low. So we can just move it higher here. That's just weird. Okay. Let's go back to the initial plan, which was to use impulse instead of force. So impulse, radius, I don't care much. Fire impulse after spawning the object, and that thing here should not ignore the impulse, should ignore the force. Here you go. Yes, that's way better. Okay. Oh, finally. Damn. Okay. So now if I restore everything else as before, it's spawning stuff around, they fall on the ground, then disappear. Okay. This one is way too fast. I'm gonna put it to 1. Take my horse to the hometown road. I'm gonna ride. I can't no more. Okay. Gotta put it a little bit faster here. That seems good. Okay. So that's a start. Then okay, so now I'm just gonna delete these because they're not useful anymore. Same for the force. Okay, so this is a start, then. I don't like the name of that thing. Can you? I don't know why there's a 1 at the end. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so disable physics, blah 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 blah. All that here seems pretty damn good. Seems to work. Perfect. Okay, this I don't need to return it anymore, so I'm just gonna remove that. Then screw that, screw this. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. That's it. That's what I needed. Okay. So now what we want to do is stress test this out. So we're just gonna do the same principle as I did in the spawn manager here. So I'm just gonna copy paste that thing here. Yes, yes, confirm. I don't care. Okay. So begin play. Add the delay. Spawn 10 of them. And then we want to spawn the resources and fire the impulse. The value is going to be a random, just because it's going to make it more interesting. And same for this. So that seems good. And then let's see for now 0.5 seconds and see how it's going to react. Okay, it makes a big explosion again. That looks nice, but it's not what we want. Okay, this is happening because the cubes are colliding with each other, and we probably don't want that at the beginning of the frame. So when they spawn, don't collide with other cubes, and then once they are like in the air or something, now you can collide with them. So it's gonna give enough time for the resource to spawn properly. So we're gonna go back in the resource itself, and so we have to collision response. Is it set collision response to channel, and we want to, before enabling the physics and stuff, maybe after enabling the collisions, we want to make it ignore physics body, I think. So we're gonna ignore physics body, and then after a short delay, we might want to make it unignore them. So we're just gonna add a little sequence here with another delay. Or actually, we can use a timeline here. Once it's completely visible, which makes sense. Once it's completely visible, we want to also react to the physics body. So this should help, I think. Not sure though, but maybe. We'll see. Doesn't seem to help. Maybe because it's too big. Actually, we don't want to override the mass anymore. Okay, that seems better. Okay. Okay. So they are just exploding a little bit later now? So maybe because if we don't do that, they are exploding at... Okay, so do that. But what if we never make them collide with each other? That's not great. It doesn't look good. Okay. Maybe it's because they are too big right now though. Maybe that's the problem. So maybe scale them down. That's a bit better. Then why are they spawning so far? The impulse strength gonna be reduced to 2000, maybe. That seems a bit better, but it doesn't really represent what the user will do, because it's more like a bunch of clicks, not like 10,000 clicks in one click. So what we can do instead is every 0.1 seconds only spawn like 2 cubes. That makes more sense. And that is more like what the user is gonna do anyway. So yeah, some of them are exploding, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. So now, we can probably edit a little bit more the radius and stuff. So maybe that's gonna be something different. Maybe I want to have like a component that is gonna be used by a bunch of stuff, or I don't know. We'll see how we're gonna reuse all that code. But for now, should be good. Just gonna move that here and keep the real code down here instead. This is the real code. This is the debug code. Okay, so maybe the random should be minus 50, 50, minus 50, 50. Maybe the impulse is a little bit strong still. Maybe the radius is not big enough. Maybe we can spawn a little bit more here, just to test it out. Okay. Okay. So now we have way too many cubes spawn at the same time. So what we're gonna do is force them to despawn if we have too many. So, to force them to despawn. So I'm just gonna add a comment box around them just to know that it's not a real code. Okay. So do we want to have a list of cubes that are currently in the scene? I guess we do. I'm sorry. Okay, used resources. So what we're gonna do is here we're gonna remove it from the list. And when we get resource, we want to add it to the list first. Okay, so now we know how many resources are used currently, and we might also, before spawning them, we probably want to check if we exceeded the limit. So yeah. Do we want to have just an int that checks how many we spawned yet? Because it's pretty much the length of both, but if we add them together every time, it's a little bit annoying. We'll see. So available resources length plus this length. So if those two lengths together are greater or equal than the total limit of resources, which probably is gonna be defined per device. So if the device has low performances, we can just lower that limit. So instead of spawning 10,000 cube, we're gonna just spawn like 50 or something. That's a big difference, but whatever. Yeah. So if it's bigger, we don't want to spawn a new one. So instead, what we're gonna do instead of spawning a new one, we're just gonna get the first resources, get a copy of that. This is gonna be our return now. We're gonna force it to collect, so collect. Which what's gonna do, it's gonna do the event hide, which is not good enough. So what we want to do is have a force collect here. Event force collect. So this is gonna happen anytime, whenever we need to have that resources. So what we're gonna do is custom event here, event reset timeline. So we're putting back the timeline to 0. So reset timeline. Then we want the opacity back to 0. Then we want to call that code here. Here we go. We probably gonna invert that just to make it prettier, I guess. Here we go. Something like that. And now we don't want that hide to work. Or maybe we do. Maybe we can gate this here. Or add a do once here, maybe. Can probably just have a gate here. By default, we're good. Not by default, but we're gonna open the gate right here, like before doing the delay. And then we're gonna close it. Close gate here. And we're gonna close the gate here. Here we go. Maybe wanna close it, whatever happens, like so. So this should work. This should close the gate, reset the timeline, so the timeline is gonna be back to the first frame. Set the opacity back to 0. Close the gate. Disable the physics. Hide the actor. And then call the collected. The collected is gonna be received in here, which is going to increase the resources. Put that resource into the available resources and remove it from the used resources. Okay, that's all right. So maybe now that we have an available resources, we can probably we can collect it right here. Then we can go back up here. And then it should do the job, I think. Maybe we have to put it into a variable first though. I'm not really quite sure, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, this. Okay, and then we go back to the main flow, which is using an available resources that we just brought back into that list. And then we just spawn it as usual. Okay, so now let's see what happens if the total limit is, let's say, 50. Okay, this is nice. There's like a bunch of errors here. And the spawn, so in short, this available resources gets me nothing. Returns none. Okay, that's not a big deal. So what we can do, I think the problem is because I'm getting from an array that is modified during the call. Maybe that's what makes it weird. Oh no, it's not collect, it's forced collect. Okay, I'm just gonna still try to use just the array. Okay, it seems to work. So yeah, we see that like a bunch of the cubes are just disappearing real fast. Like they don't even have the time to spawn, but they disappear because I'm hiding them. It's gonna be even more visible. Let's say if I take the limit and I bring it to 10. So we just have 10 cubes visible at all time, which is not a lot. And if we check in the outliner here, we have our resources, we only have 10 of them. So that's good. So it limits the amount of possible resources that we can spawn. We have spawned on the screen at the same time, which will improve the performance by a lot if we need to do that, which I know we are going to. So that's good. Resources getting a little bit messy because of that, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Could get worse. Could be worse. Okay. Okay. So that was nice. That was way simpler than the stupid physics bug we had. So now we're just gonna put it back to a more reasonable limit, which can be like 200, I guess. Okay. So we can have 200 cubes spawn at the same time. My performances are not liking that, but it should be fine. We could probably force destroy all the objects that are going way out of the camera. So maybe we could add a little something around the cube to prevent that from happening. Let's see. So around the spawner we can have like a box collision, or maybe a sphere collision. It doesn't really matter. So it's a trigger cube out of bounds. It's probably just better to be a cube instead of a sphere. I don't know. We'll see. For now, this is gonna be. Let's see. I want to see it in the viewport. This is a little bit smallish. Yeah, it's probably better if it's a cube. So it's gonna be a cube collision instead. Box collision. Trigger resource out of bounds. Okay. The size is gonna be, let's say, 500, 500, 500, whatever. Should be good. Can put it above 500. This is a little bit small. We can probably make it bigger, like 1000 maybe. Okay, that makes more sense. So now we want to collect these resources if they go out of bound. So on component end overlap, this is going to be a trigger, so it's going to be overlap all dynamics, which pretty much I don't care about all dynamic. So I'm just gonna ignore everything. The only thing I want to overlap is the physics bodies. That's good. I guess that one can be just considered as physics body. Whatever, should be fine. Okay. So physics bodies. Actually, no, this is gonna be more dynamic. Whatever, should be fine. Okay. Then this is, I'm gonna cast it to a resource. If this is a resource, we want to force collect it. So force collect. So it doesn't go way overboard. So now everything that is going out of bound should be destroyed instead of going in the sky, which seems fine. I think the height is pretty bad. It's a little bit too big. So maybe I can bring it back to down to 500 and then book it back to 500. And just to see, just so we can see, actually, we can test it with 100, see if it contains everything properly. It seems to contain everything properly. So it only keeps things that are inside this little bounding bugs here that we don't see in game, but yeah. So that's good, that's good. So now we don't have everything flying all over the place. Probably just 700 instead of 1000. 1000's a bit big maybe. Yeah. Maybe we can, instead of force collect, we can probably just collect them though. That's probably better than force. It's gonna be smoother. Yep, that will be better. So this is just gonna be collect. Even collect. And if we collect, we also want to close the gate though. Right here. So maybe this is not gonna go there, this is gonna go here instead. Okay. So at least they are disappearing smoothly now. That's better. And it's gonna be even more visible. Let's say if the bounding bugs is 100 by 100, so they are gonna start disappearing instead of just chopping off. Which I think is nice. I like smooth transitions between states. So that's good. So if the cubes are not too far, they stay in place, but if they are, they disappear right away. That's good. That is good. Okay, Can put that back to 750 maybe. I don't know, it doesn't really matter as long as it's big enough. So most of the cubes are gonna be on the ground, but the other ones are gonna be all over the are not gonna be all over the place, so that's good. Okay, my FPS is dropping super low, but that's fine because it's not representative of the real gameplay. The real gameplay is more something like that, which doesn't work. The tab doesn't work anymore. That's interesting. Huh. Spawn the resource. The same as there. So what happens if I just do that actually? That works. Okay, that's weird. The impulse is not good though. That's so weird. The result is way different compared to just doing that. Calling the same code, this is super different. The world location of the arrow, this is the same, minus 50, 50, minus 50, 50. Then fire the impulse. This is the exact same thing. That's so weird. That's weird. Okay, so the tab is working. That's good. The spawn resource should work. It should spawn it, move it to the right place, and then do something here. Maybe one is too small. If I call collect, which is good. Okay, I don't understand again. Working with physics is never fun. Actually, no, it's fun, but it's annoying when it doesn't work. Wow. Okay, it's like they are exploding all over the place because they disappear right away. Right away. Oh. Maybe the impulse is too big. What if I make it super small? Okay, here it is. Okay, here they are. They are way too tiny. That's why. Okay. So this is gonna be divided by 10 maybe. Even then, they are way too big. Divided by 5. Okay, that seems better, but now the impulse is still, it's too weak. So we can just increase the impulse. Here we go. That makes more sense. Okay, why is everything on the left side, nothing on the right side? That's just weird. we can probably change that. Okay, because this is not going to 50. So, okay, that makes more sense. Here we go. So now we can spawn resources. Yay! Okay, that's good. Yep, that's good. Okay. So now I'm just gonna test it on my phone with this setup. Maybe not this setup. This setup is a bit broken. I'm gonna remove the hello first also, because it's not good for performances. Okay, not printing anything anymore. I'm just gonna change the setup. So the max size is gonna be 5. Yeah, 5 is a little bit big. I don't actually know. Let's do that. 3. Yeah, sure. That's good enough. Okay, so spawning a bunch of stuff. And then I'm just gonna try if this is breaking my phone or not. Go, go, go. So we did that thing. Hello, hello. Do I have any other YouTube channel? Not really. I have this channel and I have my French channel. I don't know if you're interested in that, but that's pretty much it. I have my English channel and my French channel. There's a bit more stuff on the French channel, but yeah. Okay. I didn't see it was pushed. Okay. It's interesting how the FPS is still pretty good. I'm sometimes dropping under 50, but it's not that, like maybe 30-ish. I saw one red number, so once, twice. Sometimes it drops, but under 30, but not really. So that's good. So even though the game like is a big mess like that, I'm still having good performances. So that's good. Oh, right now everything casts shadows. Oh, that can be just a simple improvement to save the FPS in the future if we need to. Because right now all the cubes are casting shadows and like shadows are expensive. So yeah, we can probably just remove that in the future. Okay, so that's good. Okay, now time to make serious things instead of this randomness. Okay. So we might want to have all that spawning stuff put into a blueprint component, maybe? Or like a blueprint actor that we can attach to everything, anything we want to spawn stuff to. I think that could make sense. Yeah, we're just gonna do that real quick. So actually all that code here is probably gonna go into a component instead of that actor, maybe. We're just gonna do it. So bp child or actually I'm gonna call it bpc even though it's not a component, but whatever. Spawner. So this is gonna be the spawner. Actually, it's gonna be a resource spawner. So the resource spawner. What I want to do is what we add in here. So first of all, begin play, get the resource manager. That's done. Good. Then we want to have a spawn function. So spawn, actually custom event spawn resource. The resource is going to be the resource type and the value. We want to have the radial force here. The arrow is gonna be probably more the spawn position or something. So this is gonna be the spawner is gonna be there. The box actually, since we're just gonna want to place the spawner somewhere in the world, that spawner should work even though it's in the over the ground a little bit. Or maybe we can just like adjust it. Yeah, we can just adjust it. So so this is gonna, we're gonna need to adjust the box size. Maybe we would just want to scale it actually. Maybe it's simply scale it should work. And yeah. So we want to adjust the height of the sphere here. Pretty much want to adjust everything actually. So if we put the actor in the other one, we want to center it on something. And this will be the place where the object spawns. So the radial force should be pretty much in the middle, actually a little bit lower. Because the things are gonna spawn over here. So that should be fine. What was the distance before? It was 120. In the arrow was 170. So there's like an offset, a 50 offset between both. So we can just minus 50 here. Okay, so this is where the objects are gonna spawn from. They are gonna be affected by the sphere here, and then if they reach that box, which is gonna be centered around it, I guess, so 50. And if the objects reach that box here, they are gonna be destroyed. Okay, so that seems fine. Get actor location. Here we go. Maybe we wanna adjust the radius. Spawn radius. Okay. So that's fine, and then fire the impulse, that's good. This is gonna spawn resources. Here we want to have, I'm just gonna keep these. By default, this is gonna be set to 50. And the value is gonna be at least 1. Okay. Okay, so this component should be ready to test. Oh, I forgot that thing. I'm just gonna put that one here. That should work. Okay, good. Okay, so now this component should be ready to test. We can go test this out right now, actually. So I'm just gonna remove the cube spawner because it's not really important. But instead we have a resource spawner. So here, let's say I place it here. Okay, I have a spawn of resources, and let's say I have another one there and there. I have multiple fountains of little cubes. That seems good. That seems good. So now we can attach those to, let's say, the cube that we have, and use that to spawn the things on click. So let's say if I destroy these, and I have, let's say, my cube spawner here that had all the code before, but now it doesn't need any of that code. Just need to remove all that and then add a child actor. Get child actor, cast to spawner, convert to purcast, and then promote the variable bpc resource spawner. This is gonna happen on begin play. Here you go. So now every time I click on the actor, I'm gonna be able to call the code inside of that spawner to spawn a resource of my choice, which is gonna be cube for now. Don't need the resource manager anymore. Then we can place it At the place we want to spawn stuff from. So PPC resource spawner, which is gonna spawn from here maybe, a little bit higher than the cube. Here we go. So now we can just remove the debug code, and then I can have a cube spawner in the scene. Actually, I already saved one, I think. Whoa, that's not good. Okay. So then if I click on it, it spawns stuff from here. Here we go. We have something. Yay. Finally. So that's good. And then let's say if we have multiple of these. They are gonna interact independently, so we can spawn the resources from everywhere. But they are all fetching from the same pool, so if any of them exceeds the amount, they are gonna fix that. That's pretty much it. Okay. I have a little bug here because they are overlapping each other. Maybe we can probably do something about that. We'll see, we'll see. But for now, it doesn't matter that much. Okay. Actually, maybe I can. We just want the spawner to destroy its own actor. We don't want it to destroy all the actors that exist. So maybe what we can do is just keep track of all the resources that this object spawned. That could be interesting. Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. So in the spawn resource, we're gonna return it. Return the resource that was just spawned. So then in the resource spawner, we can do a couple of things. Bind event, actually it's more assign event uncollected or something. Assign uncollected. Uncollected. What we're gonna do is remove it from the list and add it into a list if before. So promote variable. I'm just gonna have a list here. Here we go. Gonna add it into the list when we spawn a resource. Okay. And then remove it from the list when we collect it. Okay. Something like that. And here we can just do a contain. Instead of casting it, we can just do a contain. Oh damn. Can this be an actor, please? It's gonna be simpler if I do that. Come on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Convert to percast. And here we go. So if it's part of the list, we're gonna collect it. So this should not break these cubes. Let's say if I have multiple cubes here, multiple spawners. Let's say I want to have the trigger box like a little bit around it, like that. So if I spawn from this one, the cubes won't be destroyed by the other one, by the other triggers. So that's good. That should be good. Okay, perfect, perfect. That works. Nice. Okay. 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 Well, what can we do now? This coffee is getting old. Okay. So now the spawners are done. So now what I can do is go into my trees. So let's say I have my trees here. Only the big ones. I'm gonna add a child actor, which is gonna be child actor resource spawner. I'm just gonna go do the same thing that I did in the cube. So something like that in the tree. I might actually just rename that thing so it's gonna be easier. Here we go. Okay. And then what I want is an if here first, complete built is fully built. So we just want to spawn stuff if we are completely built. And this is going to be a piece of wood because these are trees. And then the position from where this is going to be, the actors are going to be spawned, I guess you can spawn them on top of the tree maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so what if I just go do that in all the trees? So this one can be on top. And that one can be on top too. I should probably attach it to that instead. Here we go. And then I can use the same code in them. Here we go. And just to make it a little bit different, this one's gonna be a bigger size. Actually, tree 1 is gonna spawn a 1, tree 2 is gonna spawn a 2, tree 3 is gonna spawn a 3. Okay. So now, let's say I'm building trees. So here's a tree. For some reason, this one is already built. Oh, that's a bug that I have to fix. Oh wow, I have a couple bugs here and there. That's a little bit weird. Okay, once it's done, it's spawning cubes. This one too. Okay, that's super weird. Okay. For some reason, the collision is good. It's bad, but the tree still stayed there. Huh. That's so weird. Okay. Anyway, gonna click build a new one, then spawn bigger cubes and build a third one. Gonna spawn even bigger cubes. Okay. This is not really gonna be what it looks like in the end, but just to show that we can now spawn resources from anything. That's all right. We're gonna probably improve that even more later. Okay. So now this is weird. And I think it's because of this object. Huh. So this spawner is breaking stuff, probably because of this big collision. We don't want to overlap everything. We're just gonna overlap physics bodies. That might actually help. Yeah, this fixes everything. Oh, that's a little bit odd though. That is a bit odd. Why is it still red? Because the collisions are too perfect here. I thought I fixed that before. I don't know why it's still happening then. We can just go change that. It's not a big deal. Minus 0.1. Maybe it's too small. So let's go with that thing instead. Doesn't seem to work anymore. That's interesting. Oh, it works on this one. This one is smaller. That one is smaller. Oh, the big and play on the trees is not playing anymore. That's why. That's why. Add call to parent function. So all that should be better. Here we go. Okay, so now if we try to build stuff, it works. They build it. Once it's built, they are spawning resources. That's good. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. And my log is too long. Okay. Same thing for this one. Okay, that seems all right. We should not click on the tree. Huh, if we click on that tree, it should also hide the menu here. So we should fix that. Because anything that is clicked should hide the menu. Okay, So we're just gonna go hide that menu. Spawn manager and any. I think we wanna. What's happening if we do that? I think it means we can't hold it anymore. Yeah, it doesn't work. But it fixes the click. So they are gonna have to be independent. On any actor tapped and on any actor held are gonna be independent. If we tap on the actor, we're gonna automatically deselect it, but if we hold it, we have to check if it's not the same as we are currently holding. Otherwise, it won't work. So something like that. Can probably reverse that order and do a little something like this. Okay. So that should fix the problem. Place it, tap on it, hides the menu, that's great. Spawn stuff around, we can move the tree. Build more stuff. We want to move it again, we can move it there. Spawn stuff here. Oh, that seems great, actually. That's nice. We move it here and then tap. Oh, that's bad. That's weird. When I click on it, it should move back. What's the difference between tapping on it here or beside it? Oh, that's why. Okay, these are gonna be a little different then. Here we go. I'm gonna have to do that. That's not great, but whatever. As long as it works. Put the tree here, click on it. Huh. Yep, that seems broken. Isn't that supposed to be this instead? That's odd. Click beside it, goes back, click on it, stays there. That's weird. Why? So then we can just go back to that format here, maybe. I don't know if this is better. So we want to deselect the actor. If the actor set the actor to selected to false. I want to know if this is considered invalid. So this one, click on it, not invalid. This one, click beside it, that's good. Click one, click beside it, actor deleted, that's good. Click on it, just says hello. It says invalid, but it doesn't trash it though. So this is invalid, but it doesn't remove it for some reason. Because the tap action happens before. So what we're gonna have to do is go in that actor here, maybe. No. Buildable actor. Where are the event dispatchers? Buildable actor? No. World actor? Where are the event dispatchers? So if I go in my spawn manager here, it's in the pound. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. We're gonna do that differently then. We're gonna call the event first, maybe, and then execute the code of that event. And we're gonna do the same thing for the other action here. So we're gonna call that one first. Let's see if it works. Put the tree down, click away, seems good. Put the tree on top, click away, seems good. Put the tree down, click on top, perfect. Put the tree down, click on the other one, that's good. Put the tree down, move it, click away, that's good. Put the tree down, move it, click on it, that's good. Put the tree down, click away, good. Down, move, click, good. Down, click, 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 click. Move, click away, move, click on it, move, trash. Okay, seems alright. Okay. Trash this one, place a new one, click away, click on it. Okay, good. Yeah, seems to have fixed the problem. Okay. So we can now spawn little thingies here, move it away, spawn a bunch of thingies here, move it away, spawn more thingies. That's good. And these will increase my resource count. That's good. So now, okay, that's actually good. So the next step will be to make sure that we have our resource count. Actually, we might do a little bit more saving stuff first, because I don't have much more time left for now. So if we improve the save system, it could be interesting. Yeah, so maybe what we can do is multiple saves instead of one. So we can only save independent things of the game. So we can save the inputs, save the resources, save the world. Most of the time, everything's gonna be probably saved at the same time, but why not? Yeah, that could be interesting. So I'm just gonna go here. We can do different things here. So we can have different boxes. I'm just gonna wrap this one with another vertical box. That's actually good. Button save world. Load world. Delete world. It's good. And then another one. For the inputs. And the last one for the resources. Puts. And then this is gonna be the world. That's good. Probably want a different padding actually. It's gonna be a 0 padding, but top is gonna be 20. And the sides are gonna be 20. Should make it a little bit smaller, maybe something like that. And then we can go make all the connections everywhere. So this is game. Maybe we wanna have a function that does everything. We can just call the thing we want to save and save all of that. Maybe. Could make sense. So this could be delete weld inputs resources sequence. We're gonna need a couple ifs here. Weld inputs resources tap weld tap inputs tap resources. Here we go, and then once we delete everything, we can just reopen the weld. The save's gonna be the same thing. So we're just gonna call delete here just so we can copy paste the inputs. And then we also want to have that logic here in the beginning. Okay. Maybe we now want to have multiple save game objects instead of one. One per things to save. So maybe we can do that, or maybe we can just save everything. No. Probably not. Okay. So instead, I'm just gonna create a new folder though. Save. Move that one here. pp save weld. pp save inputs. pp save resources. I'm gonna edit all of these. There's a bunch of stuff that I don't need anymore, but whatever. So this is the weld, so I'm just gonna keep the weld. This is the resources one, and that one's gonna be the inputs. So that's done. I'm just gonna close everything that I don't need. Okay. So create object of class for the weld one. That's good. And then I'm gonna delete these. Tap weld, actually. Then I'm gonna do something like that, maybe. Okay. So this is gonna be a save inputs, and then resources, set inputs. Resources, set resources. Okay. Inputs. Resources here. Here you go. World input resources. Remove this. The load is always gonna be everything, I think. It doesn't make sense to have different load, I think. It doesn't make sense at all. So we're just gonna do that. So this is gonna be the tap world. This is gonna set the world and trash the other things. Just the world, delete the other ones, that's good. Okay. So something like that maybe. Okay, so instead of tap world, it's gonna be tap inputs. And then tap sources. Okay. Inputs, resources, cast to save, inputs. Save resources. Okay. Something like that. The load is always going to be the same. So if I go in my debug here, and the reload doesn't matter. Here, here, and here. Save the world, save the inputs, save the resources, or delete any of these, and then we can just reload the game. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. In the game mode now, I have the save game that saves whatever you want to save, the load game that loads everything, the delete that deletes whatever you want to delete, and the reload just opens that thing. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now save game, save everything. Delete game, deletes everything. That's good. And now we want to have delete inputs, delete resources, delete world, save inputs, save resources, oops. Save world here. And put resources world. And I want them in that order instead. Okay. And now connect these. So these are gonna be these are for the world, so we're just gonna do it with the world. These are the inputs, and these ones are gonna be the resources. There you go. Not sure if this is gonna be useful in the real game, but at least for the debug purposes, it's gonna be pretty useful. Okay, so now I don't have anything, so I'm starting from scratch. That's sad, but whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna save the inputs. That's weird. When I save, it reloads. That's not normal. So save, oops, these are swapped. Save, delete. Save, delete. Save, delete. Okay, that should be better. So now if I move it, save the input and reload the game, that's good. Delete the inputs, going back to the start. Okay, that's good. Save the game, it will also save everything. Okay, so that works. I'm just gonna delete everything, save here, save here. That's good. So now I'm just gonna rebuild my little forest. Hmm. Becoming this, all I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Okay, so here we go. We now have our little world back, and it's now saved in 3 different saves. So let's say if I spawn a couple of resources here and there, I'm generating a bunch of cubes, and now I'm connecting them. But then if I save the resources and reload the game, I have access to these resources. But if I delete the resources, they are back to 0, which is the main reason why I wanted to do that. So now it's easier to test. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today. It's been almost 3 hours. Wow, okay. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna stop now. So we now have the possibility to spawn stuff, spawn resources based on the object we're clicking on. They are gonna spawn different quantity of resources, different types. For now we just have one type, but we're gonna spawn multiple types of resources and different quantities based on the current advancement of the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. The menu is getting a bit big, maybe I'm gonna hide it. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for passing by. Yeah. And I'm gonna see you pretty soon. Pretty soon. I also started to work a bit on the Python thingy, if you are interested by that. It should be there after the holidays, if I have some time to do it. So yeah, thanks for watching, have a nice day. Ooh, I'm gonna restart that. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and I'm gonna see you the next time. Bye bye.